Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is a partly cloudy day. It's -1 Celsius with a wind chill factor of -5, which means it's 30 degrees Fahrenheit with a wind chill factor of 23 degrees. So I don't know where winter went, but it's here again, gone again. I don't know if we're going to have a green Christmas or not. Since we're celebrating on Sunday, we just might have a green Christmas or a brown Christmas, whatever. Jean's with us today. Hello, 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 Jean. Welcome back. Missed you.
I missed you guys too.
Cool. So today we are going to make Theodore's, the Hidden Paperclip snowman. Hey, Belinda. Hi, Susan. Welcome, welcome. We're going to do these Hidden Paperclip snowmen. And then I saw a really cool thing on Instagram. Her name's Roxanne. Her handle on that is Super Doodle Girl. And she does some really awesome. Hi, Anne. Welcome, welcome. Painted Christmas trees. So I cut out a whole bunch of cardstock into 4x6 sizes. I may use these as Christmas cards. I don't normally send Christmas cards out, but I'm thinking I'm going to do them into Christmas postcards, and maybe I'll send them. We'll see. I'm doing 6. We'll see what happens. So she does some with a black doodle kind of thing in it, and she calls it a stained glass effect. But I'm pretty sure she uses watercolor, and we all know I'm going to use acrylic. Jean, though, is going to use watercolor. And then she has just some naked ones that she does, and they are so cute. So we're going to do that as well. It's going to be a busy day, but I think we'll have fun. Jean's all ready to go with her, those things. Trees. Got watercolors out and everything. I have been working on my piece post, guys. I've got all the positive words I want to use on it. I just have to embellish now, and then this piece post will be done. So I've been keeping amused. I got those little mushrooms painted. They're hanging up on my Christmas tree. And I did all the nutcrackers. I've got the 6 nutcrackers now. So we're good. Hey, Joni, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. Okay, so we're going to start with the paper clips. Now, when I originally did them, and I posted them in the Facebook group, a lady said that reminds her of the teddy bear that she had when she was battling cancer as a child. And so her teddy bear's name was Theodore. So I call them Theodores. And originally I did them with felt on top, but the felt takes very long to dry between the glue and the paint. So today I am just going to use 2-inch cardstock circles. And then for the hat and the boots, I'm just going to use this black cardstock that I've got a partial sheet of. So this is kind of the pattern if you want to take a screenshot of the hat. And of course you can do your hats any way you want. My yes men are nodding, they're agreeing. And that's the boot. So it's good if you put this on a fold and then cut it so that when you're putting the yarn between, you can just squeeze it together. It just makes it so much easier than trying getting the boots to line up nice. Like if you take a good close look at my boots, they're not exactly as flush as I would have liked them to be. So by folding them, it just works so much nicer. Okay, so to start, we're going to take 2 of the circles and paper clips. These are 2-inch paper clips, I believe. 2.5, 2-inch, because that's a 2-inch circle, 2-inch paper clip. So we're going to put the paper clip down, and I'm going to leave the large side out. So we're going to put glue on this side, and we're going to glue them together. So when I do them, usually I press them in so that the you can see the paper clip in it. So I'm going to try really hard to make sure that I've got it all the way around the edges more so, and try not to push it in the way that I normally do, because I'd really like to see if I can get this working together well. Okay, I just need to find my glue. I've got such a messy desk. I have been playing the last couple of days, so I haven't been cleaning up after myself, obviously. Okay, so as I say, we've got the circle, we've got the paper clip on, and I'm going to make sure that I've got a good slather of glue. Slather, that's a great word. I'm slathering it so that we can make sure that the edges line up best. I hope you guys have had a lovely week. I've had a good week. I have been working on getting Christmas dinner stuff done and getting along with that. Reminder, I will not be streaming on Sunday since we will be celebrating Christmas, our family Christmas. Slather of glue. Yeah, slather.
I'm going to mute myself for a minute.
Okay. Do you want me to make you big? Okay, so we're going to make sure that we've got it glued down really nicely. Okay, so I did enough so that I could do 3, but I don't think I'm going to bother. I'll probably do those after. I'm just showing you. Belinda's asking how things are with you, Jean, because it's been a while. Yes, lather, an old cookbook, exactly, right? Handful, pinch. Yeah. All right. So on the description, I said you needed 3 2-inch circles. So that's 2. That's just the base, right? So then we're going to take the third circle and use markers or paint or whatever you like. I will use paint because I love paint. And this guy's going to have a red hat band and a red scarf. That is more orange than red. Am I going too fast?
Nope.
Okay.
Just in case you're wondering, the little paper clips work too.
Well, the little paper clips probably would work too, but I happen to have a plethora, a bazillion, lots of big paper clips.
Well, I happen to have the little ones handy, and
use what's handy. Exactly.
That's right. I'm a lazy crafter. I keep telling everybody that.
Me too, but you know what? I actually pre-prepared for today. I have everything ready to rock.
Rub it in, rub it in.
But I knew what I was doing, and I threw it at you. I didn't give you any hints, clues, anything. Right? So
yeah, it's your fault. Never mind. It's your fault.
It's my fault. So we're going to just do a scarf. We're going to leave enough room so that we could do a face. We're just going to do a scarf. Just take a brush and do a curved line like that. And then we're going to do the ends of the scarf kind of flowing down.
Kind of looks like a Pokemon ball.
It could be. It could be. Or it could be a Ninja Turtle.
Oh, yeah.
Right? With the headband. Okay, so then we're going to take orange for the nose. This is an orange red. It's far more orange than red, so I'm just going to use that. And I'm just putting a dot down because it's just for the nose. Just for the nose. Okay, Anne, no problem. Do we have to behave? Okay. Okay, okay. Hope to see you shortly. Is that a paint marker, Jean?
Yep.
Nice. Mine are buried over there. You
My
can see
paint
me
just
point?
been
I'm
everywhere.
pointing. They're that way, and we
Mhm.
all know that the left side of me, we're scared of it. So now we're going to do just a little carroty nose. Just a little squiggly thing like that. Now, of course, you don't have to turn these into paper clips. You could just have them glued down on a page with the dangly legs and boots, right?
I think they'd make a gorgeous Christmas ornament.
They could. They really could. They're fun. I like the dangly feet. I really like the dangly feet. Oh, black. We need some black. Need some black.
Why don't you make yourself big?
Oh, I can make myself big.
I'm just following along.
Okay. Until next time. Well, no, when we're doing the other ones. Oh, look at that desk. Oh, sorry. I'll just shake my head and laugh because seriously. Okay, so we need a couple of eyes. So we do one just at the base of the carrot and one over the carrot. Now, I'm assuming that we're using coal. We don't have to do perfect circles. So two little black beady eyes. Excellent. Excellent, Belinda. I'd love to see them. And then we're going to do a coal mouth. Little dots of coal for a smiley mouth. He's got a big happy mouth, this one. So then we are going to take a very wet brush. And we're going to put some water down on the palette. Just tip it in the red so that we water it down so that it's very, very pale pinky water. Can you guys see how pink? It needs more water. Little, very thin water. And we're just going to put a dot for his cheek. And when that dries, it's going to be pretty much translucent, transparent, something like that. You can see through it. Now we'll just give him his three little buttons. And we're going to have to put him aside to dry. I guess you could do 4 buttons if you want. I do 3. So he's kind of cute just the way he is. But wait, there's more. We are going to put him aside to dry. And then we are going to cut out the pattern pieces. I guess I probably should have taken a picture of this beforehand. If you guys want to take a screenshot, I will hold that up. The base of the boot is... Where's my ruler?
What? You're going to use a ruler?
Just to give you guys an idea of how big the boot thing is. That's 1¼ inches on the base of the boot. Hey, Sherry, welcome, welcome. And then the hat base is I would give it 2 inches if you want to do a wider brim. And then you just take it from there. So I'm going to just rough cut this boot out because I'm going to hold it against the paper. Let's move this to the side. We're going to cut a chunk of paper off. Put that aside and hope that the boots are big enough. Okay, so we're going to fold it up just like this so that we can cut a boot. We're going to hold that on the fold just like this. Look how close I cut that. Wow. The crowd goes wild. So now we're going to cut out the boot shape. This could be a little bit more difficult for some of you doing it this way because you kind of have to hold it.
How big did you say the base of the boot was?
It's about an inch. Inch and a quarter. Let me do it again. I'm measuring. Inch and a quarter. So then when we put the yarn for the legs in, we just fold it up and hold it tight. So, and that way we don't have to futz with the two sides sliding. So it just works better to do it on a fold.
I did not grab any yarn, and that would require going to the garage. So,
Do you have string, thread, anything? What about just accordion folded pieces of paper for the legs? Oh, this one's going to be a little bit shorter. So then if you happen to fold it just a little bit short, just cut it out and we're going to cut both of them across the top then so that they match. Does that make sense? Did I explain that correctly? Because if you see, this boot is taller than the way I folded this next one I'm cutting. So I'm just going to cut it across that top piece. They'll be a little shorter. It's okay.
I didn't like the size of my boots in comparison to my snowball.
Well, I have to admit my boots are pretty big for that little snowman.
Yes, much better.
So just lining it up and cutting it. So then I got two boots that are folded. You know what I mean? So we're slipping them on the strings. So there's the boot. Now the hat is, I showed you this for the hat. Now when he's on a page, of course he's going to be on the top of a page unless you've got a pocket or something you want to put him on. But if he is on top of your page, I will show you. Look how much his hat sticks out. You know he's there. You really know he's there. So you make your hat as short, as tall as you want. I will do it very, very similar to this. And again, I'm just going to use this template that I've got here.
Are you doing it on the fold?
Pardon?
Are you doing it on the fold?
No, the hat, you just cut the one. This one you needed two of. So you just cut one hat because we're just gluing them on the front and then the legs so that it's back and forth. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So because I didn't leave too much space at the end here, I'm going to cut this in just a little bit because I want a bigger brim. So I'm just going to cut inside that line close to the bottom because I like the waviness of it. And we're going to cut. Look, guys, I am using a pattern. And I like the woggly top.
You're using a pattern, and guess what?
You're
I'm
not.
recutting. Totally doing the opposite things today.
But you know what? I usually free cut, right? So I'm just showing you how to use a pattern because I never show that. Okay, so we've got the hat. Now we have to remember to put the hat ribbon on. So we're just going to paint above the brim. You know what? I think this needs to be, take the point off there. That's better. It's a very woggly hat. Woggly, woggly hat. Now, I'm going to do the ribbon to match the scarf. And of course, being black, I may have to go over it twice so that the paint shows. May even have to go over 3 times, but that's just fine. Oh, drip some water on them. How are you today, Sherry? So, as I was saying, normally I do the very top layer of white felt, but the paint takes so long to dry. I decided I would do it this way so that you could see easier how it's done. So now, since we were painting these other pieces, we're going to put a little bit of white paint down on the palette. Just a little bit, because we don't need much. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a, not necessarily an ugly brush, but it's a little bit bigger and wider. And we're just going to dip it in the paint. Now we're going to tip off the tops of the boots. We're just going to lightly just give it a little hint of snow on the top of the boots.
Oh my God, I got into the snow a little too deep.
It's okay. And we're going to do that on both sides. I didn't do that on my original Theodore, but that's okay. It also kind of can look like fur if you wanted, you know. You can decorate these the way you want. You could put laces, you could put fancy little snowflakes on the toes, like paint snowflakes on. You could paint a snowflake on the top of the hat, like a crest or something. You know, I'm just showing you what I do. And then we're going to take a liner kind of paintbrush and we're just going to give the hat just a little bit of a fold kind of thing like this. Just a thin line. And remember to put some snow on the fold and on the brim. All right, so now we just need to let this stuff dry. Well, I'm good you're doing well. How is your granddaughter? I keep forgetting to ask you when I see you. And then I think, oh, I should message and ask. And, you know, good intentions. You know what happens with good intentions. Okay, I'll take a look at Aunt Beck's crocheted cats. So now we have a 5-inch piece of yarn. We can open these boots up just like that. And we're going to put down another slather of glue. Make sure that you get to the edges. And definitely down where the string is going to go. Because you want to make sure that that piece of yarn. And you don't have to use white. You could use brown, like branches. You could add arms, like branches. So I'm going to put, I guess that's maybe about half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. We'll just put some on top of that as well.
Can you see me
I can't see you.
in my own home?
I can see you. Do you want me to put you up?
No. You said you could use brown. And that's the color of yarn I had, or string I had close.
There you go. No, I'm narrating, Jean. You know how I do that?
Uh huh.
I'm
Okay, I didn't see how you glued it on yet.
okay. Well, I did one booty, right? So that
Uh huh.
you slather the glue, you put the um, yarn down, and then you hold it together really tight. Oh, the cast is off. Excellent. Excellent. Good to hear. Okay, so I've got one booty, one hangy boot. I've noticed with the cardstock, the edges are white. The black cardstock, the edges are white, and I don't specifically like that, so I'm going to take a black marker and I'm going to edge it.
Mine is black.
Huh. Well,
But I've been making paper beads using solid core colored fab paper. So,
yeah.
does each boot have its own string?
No, we're going to fold it in half and then we're going to glue the loop end under the body.
Okay.
I just find it easier. That way you don't have to play around with 901 different things.
Agreed.
Okay, so now we're going to take the next boot and the same thing. We're going to slather. And you know what? When you glue them down, it doesn't matter which direction you glue them in. You can have them facing this way, or both this way, or this way, whatever. He could be pigeon toed. Ooh, wouldn't that be cute? Wonder if I could actually. I would have to think about that. Not sure the brain's in thinking mode. So again, you take your yarn and you just put it down like that. This one. And then you put a bit of glue on top. And you fold it and squeeze. Do the fold and squeeze. Now, you could do reindeer, you could do cats, you could do birds, you could do whatever you want this way. I got glue on my fingers, so I'm leaving ucky marks on the black. Let's wipe that off. There we go. So I've got the two boots. You know what? Even those just hanging like this off the tree, you could do mittens. Wouldn't that be a cute thing to hang off the tree? Set of
Mm-hmm.
boots, set of mittens.
Cut some silver ice skate blades to put on those boots.
Yeah! Wouldn't that be cute? Okay, so now we're going to glue the hat down onto the snowman. So we just do along the brim pretty much. But we're not going to go all the way to the edges of the brim because we don't know exactly where we're going to. Okay, mine would actually fit nicely all the way across. You want to, so you don't have glue sticking out the back kind of thing, right? So just glue along the edge. Hey, Jan, welcome, welcome. We're making Theodore's. And when you put the hat on, you don't want the top of the snowball visible. from the front. So you have to play around with the hat just a little bit and pushing it down with a toothpick to make sure it sticks. Put my finger in the wet red paint. Just want to clean up this glue. Smeared it. I smeared it, guys. I smeared the darn glue. They are paper clips, Jan. We're making paper clip. See, he's pigeon toed. Paper clip snowman. So I've got my paper clip, and we know that this is the top, right? So when you put it on the page, that's the top. So we're going to take these boots and we're going to glue them down, the yarn down onto. So you position them kind of where you want them. This is the worst part, is getting this yarn glued the way you want it. One leg's probably a little longer than the other, but that's okay. That's okay. So at the beginning, I showed a little piece of paper kind of with the patterns that I did so that, this is 1¼ inches across the bottom. And the hat, I think, was pretty much the same. No, it was 1½, 1¾ something. Anyway, you want it to fit nice on the top of your snowman's head. You could do toques, you could do whatever kind of hats you want. This is just what I do. Again, limited, do it your way. So we're going to now glue the body down to the base that we made. Got to make sure that that yarn is glued down really nicely. Get to your edges, as close to your edges as possible. As I say, you could throw, if you use brown, you could make hands with mittens. I'm just lazy. I just like them with the legs. And now we're just going to glue this to this. Line it up as close as you can. Oh, his legs are really wonky. We'll just pull it down a little bit. So when you're doing this part of it, you can see where the legs are. If you find that they're too far apart, just gently slide it over. So I am going to take clothespins and I am going to pin it down because I'm getting glue on my fingers and I'm making a mess. So then, of course, you can come back with a gel pen or ink and outline the scarf, the nose. You could give them some extra, like the lines on a carrot for the nose. Embellish them the way you want. Put them together so that they're tight, as tight as you can. So yeah, I'm using a heck of a lot of clothespins, but it's okay.
Did you put another circle on the back?
I did. I had the circle on the back. I didn't put another one. I just had the two.
Oh, see, I glued mine together with the paper clip on it.
Ah, that should work. Yes, no?
Not as good as what you did. In fact, I was thinking as I was putting the glue down, that's what I should have done.
Oh. I just glued it to the front of.
Yeah, I glued my front and back prior to drawing on them.
Ah, I see.
But I quickly punched out another circle to do that. So mine are going to be good and fat snowballs.
So there you have it. We'll take those off a little bit later, and I will use a marker or um, gel pen to outline things and punch it out a little bit. But that's how I do my Theodores, guys. You could definitely, if you've got sequins or little hearts or snowflake stickers or whatever, stick them on the boots, on the hat. This is just basic.
I love him. He's
Me,
so
okay,
cute.
let me see, jeans. I'm sharing with you now. I'm making Jean big.
He's got dang big feet.
I love it.
And I have to put the snow on the other side of the boots, but I
Yeah,
decided to make a girl one. She's
excellent.
got stilettos.
I love it.
Well, as chunky as snowman stilettos can be.
Oh, Jean, they're gorgeous.
They are. I can't wait to draw and doodle on them.
Well,
Outline
yeah,
everything.
yeah, they're fun. I love the stilettos. See, guys, do it your way.
Even when I did the monsters, I had to make a boy and a girl.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. See, now if you'd have put hands and mittens, you could have had them holding hands.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. I could do it to her easy. He would need another layer. And I didn't get it lined up, so I see a little of the back paper here. That's going to drive me crazy.
Well, trim it down.
I will, but I'm going to let it dry first.
Yeah, definitely. Mine have to dry too. So off to the side with it. All right. Are
Off
we
with
ready?
their heads.
Off with their heads. Okay. Well, they are kind of only heads. Well, you know. Anyway, that's how I do my Theodores, guys. This is my original. And as I say, I used felt, but you can't even really tell that it's felt. Yeah. Okay. Now, Christmas trees. So as I said, let's see if I can snag her Instagram address. I guess we can't. Her name is Super Doodle Girl on Instagram. Her name is Roxanne. Oh, I wonder if I could. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to try pasting it as a comment. And then if you guys who have Instagram, see if that works, if you can check her out.
Ooh, I just now seen the stained glass looking kind.
Well, I only sent you the one.
I know. I follow her too, but I missed this.
So she takes a white card. I think she's using watercolor paper as well. I don't have, you know, I'm using acrylics. So I'm going to do these ones would be the way she did the stained glass. I am assuming. And then she did other ones that were just plain. So she used a multitude of different colors, not just greens. What do you think, Jean? That looks much more watercolor than it does acrylic, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think you could use thin your acrylic and get the same look.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's exactly what I was thinking. So I'm going to lay mine all out. Can you see? Am I on screen? I know that my kind of keep moving over. There we go. Am I on screen? Yes, yes, we'll make do.
Well, I'm only going to do one at a time because.
Well, I want to get all the bases done first, like the base coloring done first, and then
Yeah.
I'm going to do the embellishment. She does have cute ideas. So she uses greens. So I'm going to put some green down. I've got white that I can mix with it, and some yellow. Let's put down. This is my palette. She's got like purple and blue and orange.
And in case anybody's looking at mine and saying, "Oh, that's not centered," I know. I'm
It's
not used
okay.
to this big a tape.
So I've got some turquoise and she had some purple, right? Yes, a little bit of purple. I probably it would work great to do it on a triangular gel plate. I have one. Maybe I should have
Oh,
done
yeah.
that. But no, we're going to do this. Okay, now I want like a really soft watery color brush. Not really stiff. I've got one. Here. This is like a nice soft brush. And it is I can't read that. I can't read it. It was one of those from a batch I got at a dollar store. So, cheapy brush, water, a little bit of green paint, more water. More water. It's pretty dark.
I can tell you right now, I'm going to love this. Ah!
Ah! What? Oh, your paint tape,
Stuck to
tape
the
left.
table. So I'll probably have to do a heavy outline on that one.
Well, yeah. Okay, so she doesn't have lots of green on her. She really doesn't. It doesn't look like to me. Okay, so now I'm going to do just a little bit of yellow. So if I do it with the green, I should get a nice blend. I probably, if I held this stuff down with one hand instead of holding my palette up in the air, I might have greater success. All's good. All's good. I am using cardstock, Jan.
And I am using watercolor paper, but it's a cheap watercolor paper.
I have lots of cardstock, so I figured I would use cardstock.
I don't know why I ever stay in this room to do this. I need to go to the art room where I have more horizontal surface.
I need horizontal surface. But as I say, I have been playing. I've been playing an awful lot lately. Okay, so then she's got some purple. So I am really watering down my acrylics a fair bit. I'm hoping though that the water isn't going to make it fuzzy because it can do that, right? But I'm just trying to give it very, very little color. I'm really, really watering these down tremendously. I'm using a lot of big words today. Yeah, I figured I would do them. I'm using 4 by 6 inch cardstock, and I am, what am I doing? Blue. Let's do some blue, turquoisey. Um, I'm gonna send them out as Christmas postcards because I don't normally, like I say, I don't normally send Christmas cards, but I think it could be fun to send these through the mail. They wouldn't need envelopes or anything. I would just send them like a postcard. She does such beautiful stuff, the Hokey Dinah. And then she's got like an orange. So I'm going to use this reddish orange and I'm just going to add little bits. My paper isn't warping too bad, Jean. I'm pretty pleased.
That's good.
And these are wet. These are like runny wet, you can see. So I am kind of treating these like a watercolor. I really like the effect because it does. These ones do look kind of like stained glass. I am running out of room. So I can hold them up one at a time. Kind of like has a bit of a glow.
Yeah.
I could probably try it on photo print paper. But I can feel underneath how wet it is. It's definitely got a bit of a wah to it now. And all kinds of stuff stuck to it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come over that black scribble and I am going to go over that with black paint just to give it that extra bit of depth. So I've got black down. I'm going to take this brush, just a small round brush, and I'm going to go over the black. Just for the definition, because she paints over it and decorates it with a gold, or does she use marker, Gina?
Um,
I think a lot of it's
I
marker,
think
like
it's paint and marker.
paint marker. Oh yeah, much nicer. I probably should have just, instead of putting marker down first, I probably should have just painted it and then did the marks on it. Oh, big fat. Oops. It's okay. You still fighting that cold, Jean?
No, I just have an occasional cough.
Because, wow, that would have been hanging along for a long time for you then.
Yeah.
So I went over the black. It really stands out. Joni, have you tried acrylic paint on photo paper? Because I do know that the alcohol inks work good. Dana actually sent me some beautiful photo color papers that she put ink on. They turned out absolutely stunning. Scared to use them. I don't want to muck them up.
I could.
Okay, now you guys have me really curious. I think I'm going to have to grab a piece of photo paper and just play with it while we're here because inquiring minds need to know. Are you doing a second one, Jean? Is that your second one?
No, it's my fourth.
Your fourth? Goodness. I haven't seen any of your others. I'm just in the zone here.
And since I couldn't get it centered, I'll probably do one on the other side of this because it is folded.
Okay.
I was hoping maybe I could get it centered and it could be the card.
I don't know that mine are centered either. She does nice little writing of Merry Christmas on hers. Merry Christmas is on one, and I can't remember what's on the other one. Season's Greetings, maybe? Oh, stop.
I've done alcohol inks on photo paper too.
Well, I don't have any other than my handmade stuff, so I've got just the basic colors. I haven't mixed mine up yet to create additional. I've got blue, red, and black, but it's more like a pink photo color paper. That's what I do. Let's use. I've got one that's open. I got lots that are open. Oh, look, it's the last one in there. Yay, I can throw this other stuff out. Although, it's a nice cardboard. Nice cardboard. Keep the cardboard. And look, it's in different languages. That's a nice print. We'll keep that too. That's just a piece of white. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to try it on here. We're going to use wet paints on here. This is a glossy Photo Paper Plus Glossy Canon 4x6. So let's clean the brush good. Might have to get clean water. Oh, maybe. Palette's dirty. Do it with a clean palette, and chances are you could get very, very close to an alcohol ink kind of thing. I'm just going to put down a whole bunch of colors, and then I'm going to spritz it with a little bit of water. For blending purposes. It's actually blending pretty nicely, guys. Green and red together. Not paying attention to what I've done. see if we get that turquoise in there. I kind of like it. I really kind of like it.
Cool.
What do I want to put in this bottom corner? Purple.
While you're playing with that, I'm going to take these to the other room and dry them a little bit so I can work on one of them.
Yeah. All right. Oh, welcome back, Anne. I guess I wasn't too on screen then. I'm going to make me big so that you can see this better. So that is acrylic, watered down acrylic paint on glossy photocolor paper. So I kind of like that. I really do. Let's see. I've got this stuff from Dana here beside me because I haven't put anything away yet. Let's see what the alcohol ink looks like. This is the alcohol ink. Look at the depth of color, the beautiful depth of color. And this is my acrylic paints. Dana, are you in the peanut gallery up there? Are you hiding? Again, I have to thank you. Those are absolutely, yeah, it might do very well. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. All right. So I think that this little guy is dry enough that this glue. You know what? I don't like this glue compared to the white glue that I used to use. I have to use this clear glue up. I'm not a fan of that clear Elmer's. What is that? This craft bond, this clear stuff. No, I'm not a fan compared to the other stuff. But he's cute. You have to agree. He's a cutie patootie. So I'm going to grab my clipboard and I'm going to stand up and we're going to embellish him with a black pen while Jean is drying her stuff.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back?
Mm-hmm.
Jean's back. Is your stuff dry?
Dry enough.
Mine, I just, no. Oh, I just wiped paint on my good jeans. You know. So, Jean, this is the way the acrylic worked on the,
I like it.
Like, yeah, you can see how runny it is. We've got runs. It's running.
I love runs.
Me too. So,
Paint runs, that is.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. This isn't, this is acrylic paint, Belinda. I don't have any watercolor. That's one thing I don't have in all my toys. I gave it to my kid because she took a watercolor class. So I'm just going to bring this little dude up close, show you how I do his nose so that it looks more like a carrot. Sorry, Jean, I'm bouncing all over the place today. The yes men are agreeing. So just the Bic pen. So we're just going to outline the carrot. I'm not going to worry about outlining the kohl. And then at the bottom of the carrot, I just do a couple of like little lines like that and maybe one across the top, just so it looks more like a carrot. And then we'll outline the scarf. So So the stuff that's going over the base of the scarf, we're going to make sure that we go over, and then this one is going to be under, and then the scarf. So that's how I do it. I would consider this little dude done. Mine didn't line up perfectly either, Jean. I've got a bit of an edge. Let's go under the hat. Then I will consider him done. Under the hat. Bit of a gap. And it'll still look like shadow. There we go. Happy old Theodore. Would you put a little white dot on the eyes?
I think so.
Okay, let's do that. Let's get a dry brush. Actually put it in the paint. Guess you could always use gel pen for this, guys. There we go. He's done. And of course you could do that little bit of white on top of his nose for snow. One complete Theodore. And like Jean says, those would make cute Christmas decorations.
I like him.
Okay, so that's the Theodores. Now,
That
pardon?
my next one, well, I've already got one started, but if I make any more, I might take and make 2 hats for each one.
Yeah, so it covers the back as well.
Paper clip up there, and you could hang it off of that.
You could, definitely.
He needs more snow on his hat, but for now, he's pretty cute.
It's your first one, right? So, you know, you do the first one, and it's your prototype, and then you embellish from there. Okay, so now we've got trees. So she took, I'm pretty sure that she used a lot of gel pens as well as some paint, and she did some little bits of decoration. How are you going to decorate yours, Jean?
I'm going to try just kind of like her video.
So what she did was she took, I guess it was silver. I think she used the metallics.
Yeah, in the metallic, she used paint pens.
Okay. I have this little fine brush. And she did white on the stained glass part, the blacks. So that's what I'm going to do. She also used gold. But on these, she did like little stitching on some. Just like little marks.
It's trying to find one where I could screenshot it and get the whole thing.
And she did some little stripey things. And she did dots. So I'm just going to.
She leaked on her tape too.
Yeah. She did. I'm just going to do some little doodles on the black the way she did. And of course, with the blue tape around, you don't really see what's going to be happening. So I did some little circles, I did some little stripes, I did like stitching. And then on the big one, she did like a line that crossed that. So I'm going to do the same thing here. This one crossed this. And then she did some dots. I'm copycatting.
That's okay. That's how we learn.
Well, this one I'm copycatting. The next one I'm definitely going to do much more my style.
Hmm. Well, this is sort of my style already.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my swirls done on this one. Ugh. And then she did like on this one she did looks like gold marks. Do I have my gold out? I do. I've got metallic gold. Hey, Dana, welcome, welcome. Great to see you. We were just seeing if um alcohol alcohol acrylic paint would work on photo paper. So I had to try it. And then, of course, I had to show one of your beautiful alcohol ink pieces. The depth and color compared to the paint is incredible. Hey, Malia, welcome, welcome. But acrylic, watered down acrylic paint works lovely. I just have to get the depth of colors better because I really watered them down. And we made Theodore's. We made Theodore's. These are paper clips. Did you get the bodies yet, Malia? Just wondering. So these are paper clips. So we made Theodore's. And now we're doing kind of fun painting. Painted Christmas trees. And because the lady that I'm we're copying used watercolor, I used acrylic and I really watered it down so I could get no bodies yet. Okay. So we're just trying this out because I thought it was really interesting and I know Jean loves to doodle. And I thought that it would be fun to do the two of us together. So I'm going to go around the outside edge with gold the way she did it. Mine are more like dots. It's okay. Not overly worried. Gold. Am I on screen? Not really. I'm really bad. My desk is really encroached, or my stuff on my desk is really encroached on my workspace. A murder mystery. Yes! I sent her bodies. Puppet bodies. Like the finger puppets. I had a whole bunch of bodies made, so I sent them to Malia to play with her girls with. Expecting bodies in the mail. It's a plain brown envelope, too, Malia. Perfect. Ah, Jean, see? I didn't do that. She did that. The lady that we're following, I put her link up in the chat. She's on Instagram. Her name is Roxanne, Super Doodle Girl. And Jean's doing what She did. I am in my own world again, guys. Okay, Belinda.
I'll take some coffee too, Belinda, while you're up.
I'm already on tea. So she did like little petal things. I think I need a smaller brush for those. A little bit finer. What have I got? What have I got? Maybe this one? Nope. This one. I'll use this one. So then she took, I guess it was more like a silvery white. I'm just going to use white. And wherever it connected, she did one of these things, or three of those things. I don't know how well you can see those little white blobbies at the bottom. Kind of like teardrop kind of things.
I got my water so far away from me.
Oh no. Those of you that know I am sending you something, I have not mailed it out yet. I'm pretty slow right now. I'm going to the post office after the stream.
So am I.
You know what? I really like the way this cheese turning out. And the really cool thing is it's kind of like pastel colors, which is so not me. Up here.
Ah,
So that's kind of what she did when she did the stained glass ones. She used a white pen and did over the black in different doodle lines. And then in the corners where it met, she did those little folk arty teardrop things. And then she pulled the paper off. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm pulling paper off. Oh my goodness, did it ever run under? And I thought I pressed this down pretty good. And this is cardstock. So it should have taken it, it should have pressed down beautifully. Did not. It's okay. That side worked. What the Sam David Henry? But you know what? I like it. Sure don't like this run under though. The bleed. And then she took like a little jelly kind of pen and wrote Merry Christmas underneath.
yeah. She wrote "believe" on the one that was like this one.
And she also took the gold and did like a little thing like that. Little tree topper.
Okay, mine's not dry, but I'm going to pull it off
Oh, thanks,
anyway.
Dad. So that's the way these ones get done. The way that Jean. Did I just dip my brush in my tea? You know what? We should do count how many times Kim does that in a video. I like the way it turned out. I really like the way that turned out. Yes, men are agreeing. I love the doodles, Jean. Definitely
I'm
love
gonna
the doodles.
I'm gonna have to outline mine with a ruler when I'm done.
Well, I don't know what to do about my bleed under because that's pretty big.
For the cost of this tape, I should be reusing it, but oh well. There's always next.
Welcome back, Belinda. Oh, what did I do with mine? Did I throw it out? I don't even know where it went. I took it off. I guess I threw it out.
Well, if you want it to seal good on the edge, maybe you probably shouldn't use it again. Hubby picked this up for me at Home Depot, and of course he only could find 1.5 inch. And I'm like, really? I would have much rather had a half an inch.
That's really cute, Jean.
I really like it. I really like it.
I really like it too. So I guess what I could do is I could come with the green and just do kind of like a, I don't know, down the outside edge. I don't know. It's art and it's hand done and it's definitely not symmetrical. It's not perfect. But these are
I
simple,
think it would.
guys. These are simple.
I think this would be easy for me to center it better without that thick tape.
Yeah,
But it's not bad.
I
I
like
might
it. I
I
really like
might
it.
cut it off and make it a little bit shorter card so I don't have to find something to put here.
Yeah.
And I don't write straight, so I
Well,
think
neither do I.
I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah. So now I want to try one like Jean did, my way. We'll move the tea way over there. Way over there. But these are simple, right? So, like I said,
Yeah,
I did mine on a 4x6. So I'm just going to, address this side and write a little blurb on that side and put a stamp on.
there you go.
And because so many people just throw their Christmas cards out.
I really like this a whole lot.
And and really, if it goes to a paper crafter, they can just cut out the tree and use it as collage fodder.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do one like Jean did. We're going to take red and we're going to just make marks. Just make some marks.
Oh man, I needed this today.
Good. Yay.
Thank you, Joni. My next one, I think maybe I'll decorate it um, with the Posca pins.
Cool. I have no Posca pens. You know me. I use Bare Essentials because I got so much Bare Essentials that I don't see any point in really. I do, but I don't.
Well, some of my Posca pins I've had for a long time. And I bought a friend's journal making stuff, and there was a small tub of Posca pens and gelatos, and those in themselves was worth the $100 that I spent. So
That's awesome. The bare necessities, definitely. Okay. Yes, I have bought like these high flow acrylic inks. Yeah, I've bought those. I use Sharpie markers 99.9% of the time, or those cheap ones that you get at Dollarama. I use Crayola pencil crayons and I use whatever gel pens I find that are on sale. Crayola crayons, it's not often that I buy, well, I can't say that. If I am actually doing a painting on canvas or whatever, I do use the tube acrylics. The rest of the time, I use this. So yeah, it's I'm cheap. I admit it, and that's okay. I just like people to know that they can create with whatever the heck they have. And once you decide whether or not you like doing something, that's when you go out and buy the more expensive stuff.
okay, have to let this one dry.
I don't know, Belinda, those high flow inks are pretty stinking expensive. They're almost $10 a bottle. That's how cheap I am. I am cheap. I admit it.
You know what? This
What?
one actually has a mistake on it.
Oh
Do you
no.
know where the mistake is?
I'm looking. Nope.
It's the white dot, the middle one.
Oh,
When I was shaking my pen, I got a drop, so I just added more to make it look like it's supposed to be there.
excellent. See? Just make it work, guys. Just make it work. All right. All right. Yeah, Belinda, seriously. Well, I bought two different kits so that they weren't quite that expensive. But when I bought the metallics and I wanted an extra black, They were like 10 bucks a bottle. So I treat them like gold. I do, I do.
Oh, today's the first. I need to pay bills.
Me
Dang it.
too. Well, I mean, I don't get some of my bills until like the 7th. Like, what is that? Oh, this is fun. Yeah, bills are for quitters. Yep.
No, I
You
pay
can
all of mine online, and
really see the white.
even if they're not due yet, I still set them up to
Yeah.
go.
Well, I mean, I haven't got mine yet. I've got my cell phone bill, and that's it. Nothing else has come in yet. It's crazy.
For so long we got paid once a month, and so I'm just used to paying bills one time.
Yeah.
In fact, this is terrible to admit. I don't even open my mail until I'm ready to sit down and pay bills. I used a gold, you can sort of see it, a gold pin on the red. It doesn't show up real good.
No.
So I'm going to let it dry and then I'll come in with something else over it. And I put yellow dots on the top of the tree and they don't show up. But I can fix that. I can just add some water because it's you just blend it in and that top part of the tree just a little bit. I feel it's a little better now that I've got them wet.
Wow, your sound went kind of garbly there, Jean.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I didn't hear that last bit. Was it just me, guys?
I just said it kind of looks better since I've washed it out anyway.
Ah,
So my idea is not going to work. Back to the gold watercolor because it shows up the best. This is another thing. When I bought this, it was silver, gold, and copper.
okay.
And there's such a story to this. I had these probably 10, 15 years ago, and I didn't really use them. And so I gave them to my friend that's a middle school art teacher. And she moved to a smaller place, so she gave me a bunch of stuff back, and they were in there, and now I use them.
Awesome. That's really cool. All through the month, like Jean? Yeah, mine comes all through the month too. I usually have everything by the 10th of the month, though, so that's a good thing.
Most of mine are due on the 7th, so I usually have them all.
Oh, a couple of mine are due, like, one's due on the 15th, one's due on the 20th. It's like, what is this? One's due on the 7th. It was okay when I was working, right? But now getting your pension once a month And the budget's totally different.
Yeah,
Totally different this way.
I'm kind of glad we do pay bills once a month. So when we get ready for that, this week is the week we're gonna, or I don't know when. Hopefully soon, Monday at the latest. We're gonna get somebody else that lives in this house hooked up to Medicare,
Yeah.
and he's not thrilled, and he's not wanting to help.
Well, you live there. You can't live there for free.
It's really simple, but I kind of like it.
I do too.
Yeah.
That's just it. They don't have to be super elaborate.
Nope.
This one's not super elaborate. I'm just doodling away.
I think the rest of this one I'm going to do with pen, outline it, and add some doodles on the red. Maybe do some doodles with white.
Oh, yeah. I was just looking at my teacup to dip my paintbrush in. Silly.
I've gotten better at not doing that since I'm using the little canning jars.
Yeah. Well, I thought that using this compared to a mug, it would be better. But
Hmm.
that's why I normally have that big green mug. But I didn't put the tea in that today because I didn't know what I was thinking. All right. So I used a lot of gold on this. It doesn't really show. Oh, no. This tape's taking my paper.
Use the heat gun.
I don't have a heat gun.
Do you have a hair dryer?
I don't have a hair dryer. That's why I always do stuff to let it. Look, I got a big ugly fugly there.
Maybe you could
And wow, did this ever bleed? No.
you
Yep.
could put it in the dryer. I don't know if that would work or not.
That's a great idea, Malia. Well, okay, so maybe these aren't gonna. Oh, this one too. Like, what's it? Maybe I used the different side of the paper. Like, is there a specific side of the cardstock that I should use for this? This whole up top. I might just have to do something really funky up there. Unless this bottom's like that too. Ah. Note to self, maybe I need to invest in washing. Look, no, not too bad. I don't know which is the best way to see it. But I mean, what I could do,
Put a big star up there.
this is all like chewed. This is all. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna try this while I'm here. We're gonna try this while I'm here. I am going to take. This is a neon blue, so it's pretty translucent, but it's okay. This is a big ugly spot. Like it's this whole area here, and then this entire corner, and then across the top there too. I don't know how well you can see it. It's fugly.
You know what you can do with it though?
I'm gonna that.
Oh, well, you could even cut the tree out and put it on something else.
I kid too. We're gonna try this first, and if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to do that. These would look really sharp on a black background. Okay, so I got some of this neon blue paint stuff. I am going to take a piece of, what have I got? Let's cut a piece of this off. I have scissors, yes. And I'm going to crumple this up like this. He's agreeing. Do it, Kim. Just do it. Just do it. See, it's all icky, smushy. So we're going to do this. Yep. We're going to try this.
Oh, Malia says cut it out and stick it down with foam in between so it's dimensional.
Ooh, that could be a good idea too. So I wonder how many of these other ones this is going to happen to. We'll find out.
Well, mine is frog tape. It's specifically for this.
Well, this is painter's tape. This is this. Oh no, I got it ugly on the back. Yep, they may end up being cut out and glued onto something else.
Okay, I'm tearing it off just because I can't stand it. It's like all the watercolor things I do, I use tape on. That's why I went and got a good tape, or had Gary get a good tape. But I forgot what I was going to say.
My favorite, contagious or what?
My favorite part is the pulling the tape off. I mean, it's like I just absolutely can't stand it. I have got to see. I will stay up way late just to finish something when it's almost done, so that I could get so I can pull the tape off.
I disguised it, guys.
Good. I got to bleed down here.
Joni, it's -5 with the wind chill factor. Even with a little bit of sun, it's not warm enough. Not warm enough. Okay, so we need a yellow star or something on top.
Well, at least it's consistent. I came down on both sides.
I'm happy with it now. Oh, let's put it on the actual screen. I make it big. You can't see it now.
That's good.
So that's 2. And at the bottom of this one, oh, look, I got blue spatters all over. Well, since it's all over, it looks like it's kind of supposed to be there. I'm going to leave it just the way it is because. And we're going to write celebrate across the bottom of this one.
Well, this is kind of boring now that I've done it, but I'll put some blackness on there and outline it. And
yeah, I might maybe do that black outline. Let's see what it looks. You know what? I'm just playing anyway. Right,
That's
let's
right.
see. Let's just do that. And I know that you're a firm believer in not just one line, but oh, I like it with the black outline. That must be the folk artist in me, from how
Hmm.
many years of doing folk art.
That's the one thing I was happy to give up. Although there's still a lot of techniques that I still um, know what to do, know how to do it, and what to do with it.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Am I echoing? I feel like I'm echoing now.
I don't have a good red.
You know what? That looks more like a party hat than a Christmas tree. Wash hands? Yeah, I probably could because look at pretty mucky. Well, I've got one of each, and I'm happy with them now that that's disguised. I think that I would like thinner black than those big, thick markers. I'll have to do something different with them. So that's two. Now I feel like I want to take all this tape off and make sure that it's good. Uh oh, what was that? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. So if you guys try either of these, please, like the trees or the Theodores, please do share them on Meet Your Creativity. I would love to see your take on them. These would be really cute on ATCs. These trees.
Oh yeah, I haven't signed up for this month's ATCs yet.
I did. It's weird. The lady that I'm swapping with this time hasn't received my stuff yet. And it just seems very, very strange that,
Was she in the U.S.?
yeah,
I got mine from um, Canada really quick. I mean, less than 2 weeks. I was surprised.
yeah, see, I sent it out the same time that I sent Malia's bodies. I sent the ATCs and I sent out something to somebody else. So the big brown envelope of stuff to the lady with something else, she got hers already.
Hmm.
So I'm just feeling weird. Like, why isn't this, happening? So it's just very strange to me that,
I mailed mine out when I was leaving on the 17th for my vacation because
yeah,
I left too early to get a stamp at the post office here. I mean,
right.
if it was to the U.S., I could have put a stamp on it, put it in the box, and went on.
Okay.
And so I stopped at some little podunk town. The post office was open, and I actually bought two stamps so that the next time I would be have it on hand if I have an out of the country one.
Yeah.
That's still really affordable, you know?
It is. Like I don't mind sending the ATCs out. It is. It's cheap for me to do that. One stamp. I like it. But I'm just very surprised that this hasn't got it yet. So I figure just in case I'll give her until next Tuesday, and if she still hasn't received it, I'll just resend. I know, Malia, the same thing. I send stuff to Janet or even to Sylvia, or there's somebody else I was sending something to in Europe, and they got it faster than the people down. You guys got yours. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So very strange. But every time I send stuff to the States, my post lady always warns me, this could get returned because it doesn't feel like a card. So I don't know.
I've actually had some mail I sent out get opened, and it was a big Defy package, and
Oh,
then sent the whole thing back.
oh,
They luckily it happened here, and they didn't have to um, run it anywhere, you know.
yeah,
So I didn't lose all of my postage.
crazy. It's just I if if the ATCs come back, so be it. But I mean, seriously, it was the three ATCs, and this time what I did was I took two strips of paper and I put staples so that the three ATCs would stay flush, so they wouldn't all bunch up in one corner. So maybe because of the staples, it's metal. They've warned me about paper clips and all that stuff. Maybe, just maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I just feel bad because I don't know this lady. I've never seen her on any of the streams or anything. So I don't want her to think that I'm a deadbeat swap partner.
Well, if you're communicating, she surely wouldn't think that.
I would hope. I mean, I messaged her today because I got hers and thanked her for them and posted them on Joni's site.
I haven't got mine, but I know she sent them. So, hi, Jean.
Hey, Jean, welcome, welcome. We are doing little painty trees today. And these are two that I've done. I love this one on its own, but when I put it beside this one, I'm not as much a fan of it. It's very strange how that works. And we did Theodore's, which are little hidden paperclip snowman dudes. How are you today, Jean?
Yeah, good. I'm sorry. I know you weren't talking to me.
I'm glad that you're good, hon. It's good.
I just felt like being a smart aleck.
Hey, it works. I love it. You've got a migraine? Oh, I'm a little loud today. Is that going to be rough on you? I hope not. I'll try and tone it down. I've done some silly things today, so I've been a little bit, you know, you know how I can get laughing at my oopses and things. But I'm glad you're here. Yeah, and there's a lot of like colds and stuff going around too right now. Well, these look like chicken feet all over this one. Maybe I shouldn't have done them in red. Not
My,
sure I'm a fan. We'll see when I take it apart.
my babies had their ear tubes done.
Oh, how are they doing with that?
Seem to be doing really good. I think it's made a big difference.
Oh, good.
They're actually kind of talking more.
Oh, excellent.
So, I mean, it's mostly jibber jabbish, but
Well, they're
I
little
think
yet.
they're just slow. I do. I think they're just slow in some of their development. I mean, they're twins, and technically it was a geriatric pregnancy. She hates
Yeah,
that word, but
I know. But you know what? My neighbor's granddaughter, it's not a geriatric pregnancy. Her older granddaughter didn't talk until she was 3.
yeah. Well, they're starting to make sounds to your sounds. Like I have this thing, and this is exactly how it sounds when I talk to him. Hi, Gavin. Hi, Gavin.
Yeah.
And he makes this sound every
Okay.
time.
Okay.
So I think he's trying to say hi.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
So anyway, and I guess when they put Avery's tube in, when they poked the hole to put the tube in, it just gushed like a popped pimple.
Oh, really? Poor
Yeah.
baby. I love Jean's doodling too. I really do.
Thank you. It's
You
something
still
I
had that sinus infection, Malia? That's a long haul that you've had that.
oh I hate this. Brand new paintbrush and it's got a bristle sticking out.
Oh, yeah, I know that feeling. Not a fan of that. I can understand where you're coming from.
And then you get cross-eyed trying to see it to cut it off.
Yeah. It's like those chin hairs.
Oh, I shaved them all off this morning. So they're gone for today.
I usually pluck them. If I can see them, I'll pluck them.
When I can feel them,
Yeah.
you can't really see them. That's when I can't stand it. So I did the plucking for a long time, and I don't know, it's just as easy. But this morning when I took my shower, okay, you got to remember I'm old and fat. So I have in the medicine cabinet a can of feminine spray, and it's in a pink can. And my shaving cream's in a pink can. But you can't spray the feminine spray on your hand and think it's shaving cream.
No.
Oh, so that was probably a little TMI, but it was funny.
Yeah, spray cans. I have to go back and read this. Sorry. Uh, do. Wouldn't walk. Yeah. That child was asking for peaches. That's awesome. And that's awesome.
Thanks, Malia. That's good to hear.
Yeah, exactly, Malia. I think so too, because the doctor had no issues with my neighbor's granddaughter. And I mean, my younger daughter didn't talk until she was over two, which is really weird because she's the one whose every report card I got talks too much. Does one of those
Yeah.
tubes in his ears. Yeah, Christmas journal. I did. I haven't finished that journal yet. I'm still working on that one. The one that we were working on the other day. I keep adding to it, and I'm going to keep adding to it until New Year's. And that one, I will do a flip through New Year's Eve stream. When I stream that day, I will do that one.
You're not going to go out partying for New Year's Eve?
Never. No point.
Well, I figured you'd be out there busting a rug just like the rest of us.
No, not anymore. I mean, got to drive highway to get everywhere, right? So I don't
Yeah,
like driving highway in the dark. And if I'm out and having a good time, you know, I
yeah.
don't. Then it's just stressful. So then you know,
I haven't went out for years, and I can honestly say I haven't seen the new year come in for years either. I tend to fall asleep.
well, I know that Miriam and Raul are doing a streamathon. They're putting one together, and they asked if I wanted to be part of it, and I still haven't decided. But that one turned out cute, even with the chicken feet.
Oh, I like that one. That looks so you.
That is more me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's your birthday. I would party with you, Malia. Definitely. Have a sleepover. Um, the other problem is just about all our friends have cats, and we are both allergic to cats. So, what do I want to put on the top? What about if I do one of these little star things like this? Doesn't show very well. Little gold star on top. Thanks. I'm having fun. You know, I mean, we do Christmas because it's tradition, but it's not my favorite time of year. What about if I wrote something down the side of it like celebrate the season, right?
just don't like dry time. I
Pardon?
just don't like it.
I do.
I'm too impatient. Instant gratification. I want to paint or draw and be done, and I don't want to wait for it to dry. That
I know. That's mine too. Celebrate the season. Okay, so maybe I should have done it from top to bottom because now it's upside down. You have to read it this way. Three more. Are you guys sick of us yet?
I am having fun, Belinda. I needed this more than I can admit.
I probably shouldn't have done that. You know what? I'm going to end up just cutting out all these trees and using them on something else. It's okay. I still struggle with Christmas a lot. I really do.
I have trouble because I don't have all my kids together,
Yeah.
and it really is hard. The first Christmas without doing something with the kids, because it was fine until they got married, and then it's like, oh, but
Have to share.
I know. And then my son-in-law's from a split family, so he's got two families to get in the groove of.
Yeah.
So
Well, I have to admit, I was a little bit of a hag when my older daughter was still married because his family, the big family celebration was Christmas Eve, and then just their, like, with all the aunts and uncles, and then just like his mom and dad, they would celebrate Christmas Day. And I point blank said, no, you guys can't have Christmas Day because I need my kids with me on Christmas Day. Because my mom died Christmas Day, right? So
um,
I still
I'm
try and
so
make it up to my
sorry.
kids because she died, right? So I want my kids here Christmas Day, but we used to celebrate Christmas Eve with my in-laws. But anyway, so I yeah, my kids have to be here Christmas Day. That's all. My sister refuses to celebrate Christmas anymore because of that. I still I don't have that issue, but I do go overboard.
Well, the first one that I didn't have my kids at, we went to a movie and he didn't like it at all. So he does stuff to make it seem like a good day.
Yeah.
He says anything but going to a movie.
Well, we do Christmas Day, but then like Boxing Day and Christmas Eve, we'll do jigsaw puzzles, right? We'll just sit and do a puzzle the entire time.
Hmm. Well, we do. I don't even. We just make sure we have a nice meal, and um, he's finally, after all these years, learned to fill my stocking.
Ah,
I seen a thing somewhere that said that a mom's stocking was the most useless thing Christmas decoration. I was like, no kidding.
oh, I know. We aren't exchanging gifts between any of the adults this year. We're just doing the grands. But I mean, two of my grands are adults, but I'm still getting them stuff because they're my grandbabies.
Well,
No kids? Oh, Joni, that's rough. But your kids live really far from you. My kids live uh, 10 kilometers in either direction of me. One's to the west and one's to the east. So, yeah, if they weren't here for Christmas, I'd be some ticked.
Yeah. Well, we did. You would think that we're old and they should come to us, but we tend to go to them.
Yeah. Well,
And it's okay for now. There's going to be a time when that's not going to work too.
yeah. My younger daughter used to host Christmas for a few years, like Christmas and Thanksgiving. She's got a much bigger house than we do, and especially with grands and especially with grands with partners. It's a tight squeeze in my house, but we do it. But she's got two cats now, so yeah, we're not going over there.
Well, we
Love
did
ya, but
we did Thanksgiving with my at my daughter's, and because we'd been on vacation for the whole week before, I said, I'm coming for Thanksgiving, but I'm only bringing something I don't have to prepare. So I brought the canned vegetables.
nice. Oh no, I still have to provide the rouladen and the cabbage rolls and you know some of the traditions that this generation hasn't picked up on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and little kids is it's definitely different with little kids. Oh, that's rough. I see you Christmas Eve. Oh my. But he's fine, right? Okay. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we pop into my kids' places, quick visit. We're there for maybe 20 minutes at the most because personally, I really like to breathe. It's just
Yeah.
something that I like to do.
Well, it's good for you.
Yeah. I mean, I quit smoking because I like to breathe. I miss smoking. And it's been really weird lately that I've just been craving a cigarette so bad. And I have no idea why. It's been a long time since I've quit.
Yeah, me too. I quit in 97.
No, no, mine has been in the 2000s, but not sure exactly when.
Yeah.
4 cats. Yeah. Yeah, breathing's so important. And your mother in law doesn't believe you're allergic? Yeah. 3 wise men, 3 paramedics. That's kind of fun. Um, well, it's not, but our wedding night, I ended up in the hospital. And so the standing joke is, yeah, I married Ron, but I spent my honeymoon with Charlie. He had a 6 foot hose, like my IV pole. But paramedics are wise men. They're very important.
I wish my kids would tell me they were allergic to my dogs so I could get rid of them.
Now, now.
I don't really mean that, but
Some days.
yeah, some days.
Yeah. I miss my dogs. Good for you, Joni. Good for you. Oh, wow, Anne, that's brutal. Thanks. Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Not. I was there for what, 5 days or something?
Wow.
Yeah, brutal.
We Well, we were in San Antonio. The place we were staying is a spa retreat type place,
Okay.
and it's a timeshare. So we did the sales pitch, and they weren't real pushy, except this guy was like, he just couldn't believe the things I had to say.
Yeah.
Like, well, where do you go on vacations? To see family. Well, that's visiting. That's not a vacation. No, it's not. I mean, until we moved to Texas, I never been away from my family,
Yeah.
and I don't particularly care that I don't. Now it's normal because of my kids are my family. I don't. I still love my siblings and my dad, but my kids are the most important things. Well,
Yeah.
their kids are, and anyway, and then he says, "Well, where did you guys go on your honeymoon?" And I said, "Here." He said, "You came to San Antonio on your honeymoon?" I said, "Yes, we got here Friday." He says, "You didn't go on a honeymoon?" I said, "Not really."
Yeah. It's okay, Jean. I hope we're not too loud for you. Oh, she's got no cats anymore. That is good. All right. Just got a message from my swap partner. She received them this morning.
Um,
Yay! So the body should be there anytime, Malia.
are they fully intact?
No, they're just the bodies for the finger puppets.
I knew what they were. I was being silly.
Yeah. So yeah, they are intact. Their heads aren't stuffed, but you know, they're there. Okay, what do I want to do with this one? I did the red. I'm not really, not as much fan of the red. I liked the white. Maybe I'll do. Should have wrapped them in a body bag, black plastic bag. Yeah, yeah,
That would
yeah.
have been cool.
It would have. But I mean, really, they're just like, just a little crochet thing. Oh, speaking of little crochet things and not crochet things, I found tennis balls. So I'm going to try making little birds on these tennis balls. Maybe we'll do that one day next week.
Tennis balls or ping pong balls?
Yeah, that's it. Ping pong balls. Some sort of balls, little ones.
Well, I think tennis takes bigger balls.
Yes, tennis does have bigger balls.
And there's always basketball.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't want gold. Maybe. Should I do gold? You know what? I'm going to do gold swirlies. That's what I'm going to do. Gold swirlies in the corner. Oh, yeah. Starting to make the moan now. DNA samples? Maybe. Maybe.
You didn't put human waste on the label, did you?
No, no, I think I just put finger puppets. I didn't even put the body part on there. But I mean, if they opened them, they would see stuff with cotton ball into the tip, wrap yarn around and choke them on the instructions.
Ah,
Yeah. It's too bad. Like gold, the metallic paints should have something under them so that you could see them better. Because so many of these you can only see in certain lights.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm going to end up cutting them out, and I think I'll put them on black cardstock and put them, use them as postcards that way.
You know, I hardly ever used black cardstock till I started hanging out with you.
I am such a bad influence,
Yes, you are.
but I
But
really like the way those nutcrackers turned out on the black
oh
and the
yeah, I
monster.
like the monsters on the black. I mean, to sit and fussy cut them out once and then fussy cut them out again on the black, you know it looks good.
Yeah. Wow. One from October. That's a time to wait. Sorry to hear that. So, Joni, in a case like that with Jan, Joni, are you still here, hun? She hasn't received her swaps from October. Do we do something about that? Like, does one of us send her stuff? Because I've got a parcel going out to her. I could gladly send her some ATCs in the parcel. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, that's really weird. So far, that was the only one that pulled the paper.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, John, I got to send you that butterfly, so I'll just stick some in for you.
You know, if you ever have somebody flaking on somebody, I can send too. Since I cut up all my watercolor doodles that
Yeah.
I didn't know what I wanted to do with, and then I just turned them into ATCs.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Well, I mean, I'm a moderator in Joni's group, so I will gladly pick up the. I kind of like the way this one turned out. You can't really see the little gold swirls in there, but you can.
But the person who receives it will.
Yeah. These are fun. I've just got these ones left.
Well,
Okay.
mine aren't nearly done. I'm going to have to do lots of stuff to them. The
Well,
first one,
this one I think I'll probably do some additional doodling on.
I've come in and shaded the bottom of this,
Okay.
and I'm loving it now.
Good. See,
I
I
mean,
like these ones more than I like this one. I like the black and the, you know,
mm-hmm.
more the stained glassy kind of stuff. I really like those much more. You know what? Grab the marker. Grab the black marker and do that to these ones. You're welcome, Jan. I will let, if Joni's not here, I'll message her and let her know that I will replace.
So I'm sure you probably don't get this movie in Canada, but the new Willy Wonka's coming out in December.
Ooh.
Because if you ask me what my favorite movies are, it's a tie between Willy Wonka and um, Wizard of Oz.
My favorite movies are Rocky Horror Picture Show and Animal House. Joni, Jan hasn't received her swap from October yet, so I'll just send her some ATCs if that's okay with you.
Okay, I'm calling this one done. I don't know if you can tell the orange or the gold well or not. And then I shadowed under each ribbon and each little ball thing.
Yeah, I can see the nice little sparkle from the gold. I like it.
Yeah, I really like it. I forgot to shade under the star.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut mine out and put them on.
Thanks, Jan. I really like it. Oh, how fun! I am. It comes out, I think, December 15th, and then that's like a Thursday or Friday. I don't know which, without looking at the calendar. But then the following Tuesday, even though school's out and it's going to be crowded, it's $5 night or $5 all day movies. So I'm going by myself.
Nice, Jean. Well, if I was there, I would go with you.
I might find someone to go with me, but at this point, by myself is just fine too.
Yeah. Wow, Joni. Well, my swap partner from last month just sent me a message that she received them today. So I received hers today. She received mine today. All's ticky boo.
Yeah, mine got hers, and then I haven't got mine yet, but I know, like I said, I know she's got them in the way. See, I feel like if I leave this one on the card and put a stem on it,
Yeah.
it might be all right.
Yeah.
But then I could get another one on the other side and put it on the card. So I don't know. Don't know. Let's add some lines in here.
Well, let me know, Joni, if you know, or if you need me to send to Jan, I gladly will. Okay, is it just me, or do Sharpie markers really not like to write on acrylic paint?
Sharpie markers don't like to write on watercolor either. Okay, it's Tape removing time.
Yay! For tape removing time. Oh, I love that one, Jean. Wow.
I do like this duct tape or frog tape, I guess is what it is.
Okay.
I really do. It's been really easy to pull off. I had that one little seepage. That doesn't mean there won't be more, but yep, there's a little bit there. It's my bottom corners that I'm having trouble. I'm not evidently sealing them as good.
Yeah, I noticed on that lady as well. Her bottom quarters always had a bit of a.
See, my thought process um, is that, I'll trim it down so it's even and then put it on a card.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna cut mine out.
I'm going to need to put a star on there or
Yeah,
something.
I'm gonna cut mine out, and I'm not gonna do the little blurby things on top. I will add it onto whatever I glue it down to.
See, now I'm looking at this and wonder, should I shade some of those? Well, let's just try and see.
Yeah. See, I really don't like this one. It looks like a party hat instead of a tree.
Do something else to it.
Probably will. Probably will. All right. Wow, 2.5 hours.
Oh, wow. I suppose I need to return that phone call I got earlier.
Party hat could be a birthday card. It could. Well, once I've cut it out, we'll see what happens. I might like it better. So I think that okay, I've got two left to do. I will do that on my own time. These are what we've done today.
These are mine. Uno, dos, tres. That's as far as I can count.
Got
So
four. I did four, and a Theodore,
this one's not done yet.
and the Theodores.
Well, I did a Theodore and a Theodorina.
Theodorina.
She's not quite finished. Had to wait for her stilettos to dry.
Yeah, but very cute. So I am going to call it a day. Just a reminder, I will not be streaming this Sunday because we're having Christmas. So I will see you guys. Disney on Ice, lovely. You're going to have a blast.
Fun.
Fun. I will see you guys Tuesday. Thank you very much, Jean, for coming and playing with me. Thank you guys all for watching. And I'm going to say bye and wish you guys a Merry Christmas since I'm celebrating on Sunday. I will do it again later in the month. But take care, everybody. Big hugs to you all. And see you Tuesday.
Bye, all.
Bye now.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Jean.
Thanks, Kim, for having me.
No problem. Anytime.